How do we find joy when our hearts are heavy? When the news is hard, the prayers feel unanswered, and everything in us wants to shut down? If you've ever wondered how to hold on to joy in the middle of suffering, this message is for you. Hi, friend. Welcome back to Rare Godly Faith. I'm so honored that you're here today. This topic is close to my heart because suffering is something we all go through. But joy? That feels rare when everything is falling apart. Let's open our Bibles and our hearts to what God says about joy, even in the hard seasons. Let's begin with James 1:2-4. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. That verse always challenges me. James isn't saying to enjoy the pain. He's saying that we can consider it joy because of what it produces: spiritual depth, perseverance, maturity. And the truth is, suffering stretches our faith in ways comfort never will. Let's talk about the difference between joy and happiness. Happiness depends on circumstances. It comes and goes. Joy is different. It's deeper. It's rooted in Christ. Nehemiah 8:10 says, "The joy of the Lord is your strength." That means joy isn't a fragile emotion. It's a spiritual force. Joy can exist with grief, with tears, with unanswered questions, because joy is anchored in the character of God, not in the chaos of life. Hebrews 12:2 gives us a powerful picture of joy in the midst of suffering. For the joy set before him, Jesus endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Jesus didn't enjoy the cross, but he endured it for the joy set before him. The joy of redeeming us, the joy of restoring what was broken, the joy of obedience to the Father. This reminds us, sometimes our joy doesn't come from what we feel in the moment, but from the hope of what God is doing beyond it. So how do we actually experience joy in real-life suffering? Stay rooted in God's promises. Meditate on scriptures that remind you of his faithfulness. Psalm 30 verse 5 says, "Weeping may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning." Speak gratitude out loud. Gratitude shifts our focus from the pain to the provider. Choose worship over worry. Even if it's just a whisper, praising God in the storm invites his presence in powerful ways. Let others carry you. Don't walk through suffering alone. God places people in our lives to encourage and uplift us. If you're listening to this and thinking, "I want to feel joy, but I just can't right now," friend, that's okay. Joy doesn't mean you never feel sadness. Jesus wept. Jesus grieved. But even in that grief, he trusted the Father. That's the beginning of joy. Joy is knowing that your suffering is seen, held, and redeemed by a God who is never far. I want to ask you today, where in your life are you longing for joy? Can you invite God into that space? Let him show you that joy isn't something you have to force. It's something you receive. Thank you for spending this sacred time with me. If this video blessed you, would you leave a comment and let me know where you're choosing joy today? And please subscribe for more spirit-led encouragement like this. Together, we're learning to walk through the fire with faith. And yes, even with joy. Until next time, stay close to Jesus. He is your joy, even here, even now.